Hey guys, and welcome back to Splatoon. As you can see, we've done a little bit of leveling up. I think I left us at like level 4 last time, and we are much higher. Now we're at level 11. Oh my gosh, there's so many Squidward jokes. If you guys didn't catch it in the first 2 videos that I did, anytime I swore, which was very frequent in this game, I censored it with the dolphin swear from SpongeBob. There's so many Squidward memes. I was gonna use a Squidward quote, but I couldn't find a good one that I wanted to use. So I just used the dolphin noise, which is from the episode Sailor Mouth, where Patrick and SpongeBob curse, like, profusely. So, if you were curious, that's why. Just kind of wanted to go over a couple tips that I've learned since playing and watching other people play and just like stuff I've come across in the internet. So today I'm just going to talk about a couple tips that might help you in multiplayer. First, back here is this creepy dude in an alley, and he'll give you stuff. Well, he won't give it to you, you have to pay for it. Ooh, that's a lot. But it's good. Maybe we'll buy that then. If you go up to other players, like that are just chilling here, you can order their gear by pressing X. It'll let you pick from their gear. So I could order any of her stuff, and then he would give it to me the next day. It takes an entire day, and I think he only keeps it for 1 day. So if you don't buy it or you forget to buy it the next day, you're shit out of luck. So that's kind of what he's there for. You have to talk to him first to get the option to order stuff from other people. So just kind of keep that in mind. I think last time we were only using the Splattershot Junior. And I have bought all of these weapons since then. So we're gonna try something new today while I go over these tips. I think we're just gonna we'll stick with the regular roller for right now. That's one of my favorite weapons. Oh, I also have ranked battle unlocked because I'm level 10. That just unlocked like a day or so ago. And you can play with other people, but it's a different mode. It's not turf war, it's like King of the Hill. So you have an area that you have to protect. I think you have to paint it and then protect it. I have not played this yet because I feel like I want to get a little bit better before I do that, because I've heard that it's brutal. I've heard that people are like crazy and it's hardcore. So kind of waiting to do that. And your rank actually matters, like your wins and losses matter in this mode. So I've just been kind of sticking with regular battle for the time being. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is how people assume that the roller is OP, and it's really not. It's powerful. It puts down a lot of ink, yes, but it isn't OP because all someone has to do is get out of your reach and they can kill you very easily, because the roller has very limited range. All you have to do is just, whoa, all you have to do is back up a little bit and shoot them, and oh shit. And a lot of times they can't get away. So it's really not OP. Like, it has its disadvantages, just like every other weapon. So I kind of just wanted to point that out. There have been times when, like, 3 or 4 people on my team have been rollers, and we've lost. Just because you can't get any kind of range with it. So don't play expecting the roller to be the best weapon ever. I mean, everybody kind of has the weapon that they're good with. And for me, it does happen to be the roller, but that's only because, whoa, I am kind of a run-in, stupid, and die kind of player, as opposed to a stealthy player. So, yeah. So there's that. I just want to talk about that. Also, if you look up at the top of the screen, you'll see 4 squids on each side. Obviously, the orange represent me right now, and the blue is the other team. Now, if you look up there, you can see when somebody is dead. Like, when somebody's been killed on either team. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'll mow you over. See, this player knows how to deal with the roller. See, right there. I mean, we ended up killing each other, but he or she, I didn't really get a good look, was staying away from me and just kind of backing up, as opposed to, you know, kind of getting in my way. So I couldn't get to her, kill her. I mean, I could just do this. So it does help, but it still doesn't have that range that a lot of other weapons have. So if you look at the top of the screen with the little squiddies, it'll tell you who's alive and who's dead, but it'll also tell you who's winning. Do you see how our squids are bigger? Oh wait, I think it just kind of became more even. It's a very subtle change. Aw, we're so close. For a while, when we were winning, our little squids were bigger than the blue squids. So that kind of gives you an idea of who's winning at a glance, because sometimes when you look at the map, it's kind of hard to tell, especially if things are all over the place. So you can look up there to try to see like who's winning or if your teammates are down or whatever. Something I didn't know the first time I played was that you can jump to your players at any time. I thought you could only do it when you're on the launching pad when you spawn, but you can actually do it anytime during the game, and I'm going to show you that here once we get started again. Oh, this is the new stage port mackerel that Nintendo just released the other day. They're supposedly going to keep coming out with new content. Free content, so I'm hoping that's the case, because that would be great. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to wait for one of my teammates to get ahead, and then I'm going to warp to them. I think it's important to cover your base because a lot of times, you know, players just kind of want to run ahead and gun, and then they miss spots around their base area that the other team isn't really gonna cover, or at least they won't cover it easily. So, there you go. Alright, so right now... Oh, that person just died, okay. Can't warp to them. Get out of here. I want your pink. Oh, I also have my special, which I forgot that I had. That's another... Oh! That's another tip. Don't forget that you have specials, because they're quite useful, and a lot of times I totally forget that I even have it. Gotcha. Sucker. Oh, well, that happens a lot too if you're a roller. The best way to kill another roller, if you're a roller, is to do this, I find, because a lot of times if you just run into each other, unless you're running into them from behind, you're not gonna get them, so... Alright, so I'm gonna warp right now. I just click it on the gamepad and voila, I have warped. So, good to know as well, because I seriously thought that you had to spawn first to warp, and you don't. You can warp anytime. I'm dead. You can warp anytime, which is pretty useful. And I think there's even a sub... Haha, missed. Either a sub-weapon or either a sub-weapon or a special that lets you put little beacons that your team can warp to. So that's also useful. People don't seem to use them a lot in Turf Wars, but I have heard that people use them in ranked battles, so I don't know. But we'll see. If you guys are interested in seeing ranked battles, I can definitely try that for you. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be any good at all. I mean, I'm a little bit better at Turf Wars now. Obviously, you're not going to see that because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Which is much harder than it looks. Yeah, they killed us. Okay, we're going to try a different weapon. See, that's basically the roller. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's close range, but you lay down a lot of paint, so... Let's just show off the regular splattershot. So this one's pretty balanced. The main difference is that it's more powerful. But the fire rate is a lot slower than the Splattershot Junior, so that's kind of the difference. And the specials are bombs, whereas the Junior has the bubble. Okay. Another really important thing to know is that if you paint the walls, they don't actually count. Which I totally didn't know, as you guys saw in my other two videos, because I was just, you know, covering all the walls and everything else. But you actually don't want to do that because it doesn't count towards your score, so I would only paint the walls if you're going to use it to, like, swim through. Then, yeah, sure. But don't just, like, sit there covering the walls because it's seriously a waste of time and ink. So, just thought I'd get that out there. Sometimes it splashes on as you're covering the ground, which is fine. The tops of certain areas, like, I don't really know how to show this in this level. We'll see. Let's see. Up on top of there, you can't get any ink, but there are some that you can. You can always tell by the upper right-hand corner, your points will go up if you're inking something that has point value. See right now, my point, oh god. No! Dang it, me no. But yeah, an easy way to tell if what you're doing is actually giving your team points is to just look in the upper right-hand corner and watch the numbers. If they don't move, then you're obviously not getting points, so you're not inking something. Like, watch. Here, see? Wall. Doesn't give you any points. But if I ink over... Oh! Hi! But if I ink over this orange, then I'm getting points. So, very useful. Especially because, like I said, like, I had no idea that inking the walls did nothing. This time we're gonna do the splat charger. This is basically a sniper. It has great range, and it's powerful, but it does not cover a lot of ink. So if you're going for points, this probably isn't the best gun to use because it's hard to cover a lot of ground with it. I find that the roller and the zapper, which is the gun that Nintendo just released, is a lot better for covering ground. At least for me, it's a personal preference. Everybody likes different guns, so you kind of got to find the right one for you. And that's why I buy them all and test them all out, because it's hard to know otherwise. But this gun is a lot better for actually killing the other team. As you can see, it goes really far. And if you can hit them, the shot is pretty devastating. It's fun, but again, it's not really my favorite. However, something cool you can do is get into a nice vantage point, like up here. Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier. See, you can cover the tops of them, of these platforms, and you'll get points for it. But anyway, so you can go to the top, and you can just... There you go. Oh, so you can go to the tops of an area and just kind of fire from there. Sometimes this gets in the way though, this little edge here, which is super annoying. Somebody is around. Oh! I think more people rage from this game than Call of Duty, I really do. You just can't hear it because Nintendo doesn't allow voice chat, which is probably a very good decision on their part because you'd have people like me who just screams endlessly at their 5-year-old teammates, which is not very nice. Another tip that I would say is try the motion controls for a little while before you decide not to use them, because as you know from the first 2 videos that I did, I didn't like them, but now I'm kind of getting used to it, and it really helps for looking up or down really quickly. I just have to keep resetting, but it is helpful. I'm gonna go with the NZAP 85, which is the Zapper light gun from the NES. So it's pretty old, but it's so cool that they put this in the game. I'm sure many of you are too young to remember using the Zapper, but then there's a lot of you out there who do remember it, and it was kind of amazing, especially with Duck Hunt. That's really what I remember using the Zapper for. But I really like this gun. It has quick fire, and it has pretty decent range. So usually when I pick a gun instead of the roller, it's this one. I think one of the most frustrating things is when you just spawn in and get killed instantly because you didn't realize that somebody was there. Quite frustrating. Another thing, you can start shooting before you actually land. So when you're in the middle of your jump, you can actually, you can actually, like mid-jump, just start shooting. So yeah, so those were just a couple quick tips for Splatoon if you're struggling or if you are a new player and you're not really sure. So I hope that helps a little bit. It helped me at least. If you have any suggestions or anything you would like to see from Splatoon, just please leave a comment. I would really appreciate that, and then I can possibly do it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.